She said it casually, like it was already settled and I was the one being dramatic. I'm not cutting off my ex just because you're insecure. He'll always be my family. We were standing in the kitchen, the space between us filled with the smell of coffee and something sour I couldn't name yet. I remember blinking, convinced I had misheard her. Family. The word echoed louder than any argument we'd ever had. I asked her to explain, hoping there was some reasonable version of that sentence I could understand. She sighed, annoyed, like I was asking her to justify something obvious. She told me they'd been through too much together, that history doesn't just disappear because she married me. She said I should trust her more, that love doesn't mean control. I nodded, even though my chest felt tight, even though every instinct I had was screaming that this wasn't normal. At first, I tried to be understanding. I didn't want to be the jealous husband, the one who polices friendships and pasts. When she texted him late at night, I told myself it was harmless. When she stepped outside to take his calls, I told myself she just wanted privacy. She assured me again and again that there was nothing romantic left, that I was the one she chose. I wanted to believe her because believing felt easier than confronting the quiet fear growing inside me. Over time, the lines blurred. He knew about our arguments before I talked about them. He sent her gifts on her birthday, things more personal than a casual friend would choose. She defended him fiercely, quicker than she ever defended me. If I expressed discomfort, she accused me of being controlling, of projecting my own issues onto her. I started apologizing for feelings I hadn't chosen to have. The worst part wasn't suspicion. It was feeling like a guest in my own marriage. There were moments when she would laugh at something on her phone, and when I asked what was funny, she'd say, "Oh, it's just him." Like that explained everything. I noticed how her tone softened when she said his name. I noticed how tense she became whenever I asked for boundaries. Love shouldn't feel like competition, but that's exactly what it became. One night, after another argument that ended with her walking away and calling him, I sat alone in the living room and tried to remember when I stopped feeling secure. I realized it wasn't one big betrayal. It was 1,000 small dismissals. Every time she chose his comfort over mine. Every time she told me my feelings were the problem instead of listening to them. I asked her directly if she could imagine a future where he wasn't part of her daily life. She didn't hesitate. She said no. She said losing him would hurt more than losing most people. She didn't say my name, but she didn't have to. The silence after her answer was heavy and final. In that moment, I understood something painful and simple. I wasn't asking to be chosen. I was asking not to feel like second place in my own marriage. Things didn't end with a dramatic fight. They ended slowly, sadly, like something quietly bleeding out. I stopped bringing up my concerns because I already knew the response. She stopped noticing my silence because she was busy maintaining a connection she refused.